situation we have found ourselves is very sad. A company we worked for and we labored for, finally they have asked us to go, that they are shutting down operation. This is very, very sad and it's very pathetic. I don't know what to do, but there's a consolation. After all, they gave us some money as payoff. Yeah, so there's consolation.
Dude, I've always told you, man, always look on the bright side. Now they have given us a substantial amount of money as payoff. So finally, I can buy my dream car and start living the life. So look on the bright side, my friend.
I think this hairstyle on your head is beginning to affect your thought process. You have very, very shallow and immature mentality and approach to life. Now they gave you a payoff. You want to use it to buy a liability, a car for that matter. As for me, I'm going to build myself a house so that me and my family will move in. I'll now become a proud landlord. I'm going to use my own money to buy an asset. A house is an asset and a car is a liability.
I take exception, man, to you referring to me as irresponsible. Everybody has their choices to make. I have made my choice of using my payoff to buy a car, and that is none of your business. You either call it a liability or an asset. That is not your cup of tea. Okay? Do what you want to do. I'm not going to pop my nose into your business.
You are about to make the biggest mistake of your life. Do you know how hard we worked all these years to qualify for the payoff that they gave us? I will not watch you waste that money on a liability like a car. What do you mean? Go and build yourself a house. That is what mature men like me do. Your hairstyle is beginning to affect your brain. You carry dread on your head. I think your brain is already dreaded. Victor, you are just sitting down there watching and looking. Why don't you join this conversation and let's hear your input on this matter? This guy wants to make the biggest mistake of his life.
Hey guys, do not drag me into your conversation. Your conversation is none of my business. I'm just sitting here minding my business, catching cruise, watching both of you argue like babies. I have no input on this matter. Just leave me out of it. When you people received the payoff, you did not inform me. So don't get me involved in your plans. I am not interested. I have better things to think about. Please.
Continue. Yo, you see, Vic, that's why I like you. You mind your own business. See me, I grew up in the United States of America. In the United States of America, we mind our business. Coming to Nigeria, I find out that people don't mind their business. It's my money. It's my sweat. It's my hustle. It is my plan. What I do with my money is my choice. So I suggest you talk to this friend of yours to keep his nose out of my business.
Will you keep quiet?
First, it was a suspicion. Now I have confirmed it. Something is wrong with you. You have a problem. You think life is all about twisting tongue and faking American accent. You don't even know anything. When landlord will show you pepper, when landlord will give you problem, you will pack your load and you go and be living in that car that you call an asset. A car is a liability if you don't know. Nonsense. Yo, man, I cannot do this anymore, man. I was brought up in California, yeah. You can't be talking to me like that. It's not your fault. If not because I decided to come back to Nigeria to serve my fatherland, there are so many opportunities in America, and I don't get to meet people like you who put their noses in other people's business. It's none of your business. You need to stop. You're embarrassing me. I'm going to sue you. If you continue in this line of conversation, I'm going to sue you for popping your nose into what is not of your business. I think I'm going to call my lawyers now, file a lawsuit so that they will give you a restraining order. Yes, a restraining order preventing you from putting your mouth where it doesn't concern you. This is arrant nonsense. You need to stop. You want to call lawyers because I am giving you good advice. Let me tell you, in Nigeria, it is illegal to mind your business when your neighbor wants to make a mistake. In fact, if you go and buy that car and you start regretting it later, I can be sued. I can be arrested for not giving you advice. As a matter of fact, if it is Nigerian lawyers that you want to call, they will join me and give you their own advice too. They will tell you, my brother, go and build a house. We can help you get a land and prepare the legal papers. The lawyers will be interested in you building a house. You don't know anything. You think this is America where you can file lawsuit anyhow. See, you can go and make this kind of report and you get yourself arrested for illegal decision. They will tell you buying a car is an illegal decision. They will charge you to court and you might even go to prison. Nonsense. Baby, what is all this noise about? It seems your friends are having an argument and you just kept quiet. I heard the noise all the way from the kitchen. I decided to come out here. I thought you people were fighting. What is going on now, baby?
Baby, see me, see problem. I don't know why they have decided to come to my house to have this back and forth. After all, they both came in the same car. They could have had this conversation on their way here. They drove at least 30 minutes to get to my house, and they would drive another 30 minutes back to their destination. They could have had this conversation on their way here or on their way back. My sitting room is now the place they are having this argument. Go and concentrate on that jollof rice you are cooking. I don't want it to get burnt. Ignore these two people. Let them be ranting.
Victor, you know I always respect your opinion. And your YouTube channel, Victor Isibo Reviews, is a YouTube channel that teaches about life lessons, morals, finances, investing, and savings. Why don't you have your input on this matter so that we can lay this matter to rest once and for all? This young man has come in contact with an amount of money that is making him go gaga. He doesn't even know what he's doing again. He wants to use all that money to go and buy a fancy car that maybe when he's driving one day, the engine will just knock, boom, or the tire will just burst, boom, and there will be problem everywhere. Please, make your input. We can only advise him. If he doesn't take the advice, it's all left to him. So Victor, please, speak up.
Yo, my man Vic. Well, this guy must be high on something. I don't know what he's been taking. Okay, now I want to have your own input on this matter. Vic, speak up so that we can shut this guy up once and for all. Just speak up. He seems to respect his opinion. You see, your wife is already complaining about the back and forth. I want her to focus on that jollof rice so that she will not have an excuse for making a tasteless rice for us. She would say, oh, it's because you guys were arguing. That was why I forgot to add one recipe or the other. So let us stop shouting. Now you can take the floor and talk to us about this matter, and that would settle it all once and for all.
You both know about my YouTube channel, but I find it appalling that you people do not follow up with the videos to watch it right till the end so that you can get knowledge. If you people have been watching my YouTube channel back to back, you wouldn't be having this kind of nonsensical argument over what is an asset or a liability. You people have no understanding. In the video in the card above, I already talked about this matter, but since you people have not watched it, I suggest you click and go and watch it. But in the meantime, let me school you both. Anything could be either an asset or a liability, depending on what you use it for. There are no specific things that are liabilities or specific things that are assets. It all depends on what you use them for.
Victor, don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. Say things the way they are. Is it because anytime this guy goes on vacation to America, he comes and he buys you a few things? That is why you want to try to support him in this matter? You want to support him in a matter where he is obviously 100% wrong? Victor, please don't disappoint me. Say the truth, and the truth will set you free. A car is a liability. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Sometimes when you speak, I begin to doubt your academic qualification. I mean, a man with a master's degree who speaks first and thinks later. I find it appalling. There you go again, saying a whole lot of rubbish. Speak the truth, Victor. The truth will set you free. Is Victor a prisoner? You want to set him free? Man, I'm disgusted. As I was saying before you two rudely interrupted me, it is what you do with stuff that you buy that determines whether they are liabilities or they are assets. Now, you have decided to buy a car, and he has decided to build a house. Now, let me define a liability, and I'll also define an asset. That will give you both an understanding of what the major difference between the two are. Now, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. That is a very simple layman's analogy that will help you understand what an asset is. An asset is that thing that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket without putting anything into your pocket. So, an asset puts, while a liability takes out money from your pocket. Do you both agree with me?
Victor, there's no need for you to paint the truth. Just go straight to the point and tell this young man that a car is a liability. There's no need for you to try to describe.
When a wise person is speaking, I suggest that fools keep quiet. The difference between me and you is, I argue to learn, you argue to win. One more word from you, I'll show you what I did to one guy in Brooklyn 10 years ago. I'm sure you don't want to go through that.
Listen, you cannot threaten me. I am a 100% Yoruba man. You cannot threaten me. If you show me what you did to somebody in Brooklyn 10 years ago, I will show you what I did to somebody in Surulere yesterday, not 10 years ago. I'm still capable of doing things. I still did something as at yesterday. You are telling me about 10 years ago. Victor, continue what you were saying. We both agree with you. A liability takes money out of somebody's pocket and does not put any money. Yes, a liability like a car. Go ahead. Let's listen and hear your final verdict on this matter.
You both are so annoying. If you ever interrupt me again, I'll keep my mouth shut and I will never speak on this matter again. Yo, my man Vic, I'm sorry about the interruption. I'm really sorry, okay? I really want to learn. So go ahead and keep speaking. I will not interrupt you anymore. And if this guy tries to interrupt you, I'm going to shut him up once and for all. Trust me. I was born and brought up in California. I know how to shut dudes like this up. So go ahead, speak on. I want to learn what liabilities and assets are. So go ahead, I'm listening. Very well then. So you have decided to buy a car. And he is calling a car a liability. Like I said earlier, it is what you do with stuff that determines on which side of the divide it falls, liability or asset. Now, you bought a car. Your car could be an asset if you're using it for transportation business. That way, it is obeying the supreme law of asset, which is putting money into your pocket. Okay? In that case, your car is an asset because you use it as a business and it is putting money into your pocket. And in his own case of a house, his house could be a liability if he is not putting it up for rent or he doesn't intend to sell it for a profit. If he lives in that house with his family, he's not getting any rent, then that house becomes a liability because at some point He may have to fix bad electricity. He may have to fix the plumbing. He may have to weed around the compound. He may have to repaint the house. The house continues to depreciate the longer he lives in there, and there's a lot of repairs he needs to spend money on the house for. So technically, the house would be putting zero money into his pocket and taking out maintenance money out of his pocket. So technically, the house becomes a liability. So it is what you do with what you have that determines on which side of the divide it falls, be it an asset or a liability. Do you both understand?
Wow, Victor, you are a very intelligent boy. Look at this perspective. Do you know I never thought in that direction? I have always been told that boys from Edo State are always very wise. You are full of wisdom, oh. You are full of wisdom. Unlike this one sitting beside me with dread on his head. Well, you have settled the matter. The house I am going to build now, I want to try to make it an asset too. So I'll probably rent a flat out or the boys' quarters so that it will be putting money in my pocket. You are very wise, Victor. Thank you for this input.
Why is it that you always start your talk well? When you start talking, people mistake you for an intelligent person. It is towards the end of your speech that your foolishness comes out. You started well. You agreed that you were foolish. You agreed that you have learned something new. Must you end it by referring to my dread? Do you have a problem with my dread? Or do you like it? Go straight to the point and tell me, oh, I love your hair. I love your hair. This hair, I've been training it since I was in California. Okay? So if you love it, I'll tell you the shampoo I'm using so that you can probably use it as well.
Abomination! Hey, Yoruba man, putting shampoo on my head. Am I a woman? So if my wife is going to salon, me too, I will go to salon and sit down under a dryer because I want to make hair. You are not serious. Keep your shampoo to yourself. Nonsense.
You both are cracking me up, like seriously. It's enough. It's enough. We argue not to quarrel, but we argue to learn. So I suggest you people make up and be friends again. You people like each other a lot. I mean, so you're friends. So there's no need to quarrel over this matter. We are all friends and we are all learning. So I suggest you people make up and be friends again. As for you, who is familiar with real estate in the United States of America, the investment climate in real estate in the United States or in the UK is different from that of Nigeria. So I'm going to give you a simple analogy that could help you if you ever decide to go into real estate. Okay, yes, I know that it is different here in Nigeria, but I don't know what the differences are. Can you enlighten me more, Victor? Please go ahead. A house that you buy and live in is a liability, not an asset. See, in Nigeria, buying a house and putting it up for rent is dead business because you pay full cash to buy a home here, unlike in America where you came from, or in the UK. All that is required of you is to put 20% down payment. Yeah, you just put 20% down payment and that's all. You take over the house and you continue to pay the rest as mortgage. But in Nigeria, you buy a house with your hard-earned cash of say 50 million, because we don't have a mortgage system here in Nigeria yet. You then rent it out for say 2.5 million a year. It would take you 20 years to make your investment back. Even if you increase your rent over the years, it will still take you anywhere between 15 to 17 years to break even. So there is a better way to invest in real estate in Nigeria, because the truth of the matter is, like he said, that he is going to make his house an asset by renting out a part of it. That doesn't really work well in Nigeria from an investment and business point of view. There is a better way to go about these things when it comes to real estate in Nigeria.
I thought you said it's good to rent it now. Now you are saying it's not good again. Okay, what is the better way to go about it so that I will be able to learn on how to make money from real estate in Nigeria?
Victor is always full of new ideas. So let us hear his input on how to maximize profit from real estate in Nigeria. I think there's something new for us to learn.
Hey, Alaye, go and buy your car jejely. Don't put mouth in real estate. Oh. It is me, Victor, wants to teach how to maximize profit in real estate. You are a transporter. Stick to transportation, please.
Now, here is the best way to make money from real estate in Nigeria. Instead of buying and renting out, it's best to find people that have 50 million like you. Collaborate with them to build and sell to people who want to buy. In that case, you would make at least 75% of your 50 million investment in around 18 months. Simply repeat the process over and over again. In 6 years, your 50 million would have grown to over 500 million. You see the magic? That's how it works. Buying and renting out is so old school, archaic, and ineffective. It's best to build and sell. It's so old school, archaic. Victor, that is a very smart analogy you just gave. Okay, so what I'm going to do is probably talk to this man sitting next to me who has substantial money just like me, so that we can collaborate and start building houses and selling. I'm going to change my mind about the car I want to buy so that we can partner. Don't you think that's a wise one? Okay, I think it's a wise one. So you people can agree together and you can start. If you need any support of any kind with logistics and feasibilities, I'll always be here. So you people should make up, be friends again, and become partners. We argue to learn. We do not argue to fight. So go ahead and make up.
So finally, you and I have become business partners. That is why I love Victor Isiba Reviews channel on YouTube. You always learn new things. See how his intelligent analysis has turned enemies like you and I into business partners all of a sudden. I'm very happy, my brother.
Wow, I'm so happy that finally you and I can become business partners. Wow. I'll advise everybody watching this video to go ahead to YouTube, search for Victor Isibo Reviews YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and share this video with everybody who is looking to go into the real estate business in Nigeria. Thank you.